Hey, did you think you were rid of me? No, I'm still here. So here's for all our friends, clients, family members, a little message from DNA Fitness. A lot of you have reached out and asked us how we're doing. Many of you know that we got hit by a virus a couple of weeks called RSV, respiratory S virus, whatever, that affects newborns and kids under 2. And as you know, we have a newborn and a kid that's under 2, so it hit the whole family pretty hard. We were quarantined for about 4 days at the hospital. It was a pretty horrific week, but we are back. We are feeling a lot better. And just as they were letting us out, we found out about this new virus we have to hide from now. So yeah, it's not fun times, but just think about it. You're probably going crazy right now being quarantined for a few days. We've been doing this for over 2 weeks already, so we're going a little nuts too. And in order for us not to go completely nuts, I'm going to be joining you here once a day, as long as it's possible, to give you some training tips, to do a little program, do a little challenge between us, because we are going to beat this thing that's going on outside of our houses, and when everything comes back to normal, you don't want to be a overweight, have lost all the muscle mass and all the work that you and I and Melissa, Daniel, Alex, everybody at DNA has done with you. We don't want to lose that. So without further ado, we're going to do this. Today is going to be day 1. This is a very homemade edition, as you can see, so I'm not going to use anything that you don't have at home. All we're using today is a chair, and the level of difficulty is going to be up to you. I mean, we can make this extremely challenging, but if you're a beginner, we can do this, a good workout without killing ourselves either. So I will ask you to bear with me. I'm going on this live. Well, it's almost live. I was thinking of doing this live, but we got 2 ticking time bombs in the house that could just blow up at any time, crying and wanting mommy and daddy's affection. So we might have to run off a few times, or else we're going to be doing this here. So also bear with us. This is not a professional video. My wife is holding the camera. Melissa can say hi to people if you want.
Hi.
So as you can see, we're both doing a lot better, and like I said, we want to keep you busy because we're gonna have our summer bodies no matter what. So here we go for day 1. We're gonna do a pushing program. Why? Our body can move in 3 ways. We can either push things, or we can pull things, and then we can go across. Everything that makes you go across. So those are the platforms that a body can move in. So today we're going to focus on the pushing part. Tomorrow we'll do a pulling. The day after we'll play it by ear a bit, because we need some off days, some stretching days in there. We might even put some yoga in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So this is going to take you, it should take you 40 to 45 minutes according to how fast you go. You can take as many breaks as you want. As I always take my clients, you can take breaks, but you never give up. You finish what you start. So let's get this started. We're going to start today with our quads. So we're going to warm up the quads by doing 30 squats. Actually, let's do a minute of this. These squats have to be as low as possible, and as you come up, you squeeze your butt every time. I go as low as I can. If my heels lift, then that's not a good squat. So keep your shoulders straight and just give me a minute of squats. Once your minute is done, let's say this is done, we're gonna go warm up another body part we're gonna work today, which is the chest. So we're just gonna go down, and we're not gonna do any push-ups as we're gonna do many today. So we're gonna be here, and we're just gonna give each other little taps on the shoulders for a minute. All right, next thing we'll do, we're gonna do some shoulders. All right, so shoulders, we're gonna go down to a demi squat and just shadow box a bit for a minute. So you can go as hard as you want, as slow as you want, it doesn't matter. This is the warm-up. As you can see, I'm already being a little bit out of breath, and that's what a warm-up's supposed to be. Just getting a bit of a sweat going. All right, The next thing we're gonna do is gonna be a warm up for the triceps. So we're gonna be here and we're just gonna sit on our butts, lift our butts, go down and up, down and up, down and up. You can lift your butt as much as you want to make it more difficult. Then you go just like that for a minute. When you're done that, we'll do our femoral muscle, which is gonna be our abs. Very simple. We'll just put our feet in the praying position, hands in praying position, and just go in the middle. Touch, touch, touch for a minute. Once you're done with all that, if you feel you're ready to go, you go. If you feel, people like to do a longer warm-up, do 30 seconds of each of these exercises. And all your warm-up should last between 5 and 10 minutes. If you do the 5 minutes plus another 2 minutes and a half is 7.5 minutes, that's a perfect warm-up. Once you're done with that, we can start the real deal. Now, like I said, this is not gonna be easy, but you can do it. Take the breaks that you need and do it at the level that you need. First exercise, quads. We are gonna do 30 squats. Now it's 30 for real. All the way down, what we're gonna do, we're gonna stay 1, 2, come back up. 1, 2, come back up. 1, 2, come back up. We're gonna do 30. Then we're gonna go into a nice wall sit. This is a chair. Don't give me this. This is not. When you sit into a chair to go have lunch, you don't sit here, you sit here, all right? Many of you always ask me when you're training with me, can I do this, can I do? If you're doing this, it's because you feel it's a little easier. Don't make it easy on yourself. You wanna make it harder, go like here. As you can see, my legs are already starting to shake. So you're gonna do a minute. So you're basically doubling the 30 that you did here into 60 seconds here. No breaks unless you need it, and you go to 25. 25 is done. I go back, I double it up, 50 seconds. Start shaking, come back up. I need 20, go back for 40. I think you know where we're going. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and a 5. And before you ask me, is it important for me to do the 5? Can I just do 15 on the last set? None of that. Your 5 is pretty much a victory roll, where you go and you celebrate that you're finishing this exercise and you do the 5 most perfect movements you can. Because let's be honest, when you're doing 30, 25, 20, not all of them are gonna be perfect as much as we want them to be. You're gonna, you know, cheat a couple there because you're tired, it's normal. So the 5 has to be performed perfectly, and that's where we practice our movement. 5 perfect squats and 10 seconds. So that would be your exercise number 1. Here's the fun thing. We're gonna do a finisher for each exercise. So this would be exercise number 1. If you count 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and 5, my genius mathematic wife will tell you that's 105, right? Pretty sure it is.
I'm not gonna comment.
So 105. So we did 105 squats and whatever minutes on, that doesn't matter. But what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take that 105 and have some fun here. We're gonna do 105 jumping squats. There you go. As you can see, you land very softly, you bend your knees so that you don't annoy the neighbors. We're all doing this at home, so you don't want none of this, right? It doesn't have to be hard. You have to go soft, soft, all right? So we want 105. How much time do you have to do that? 2 to 3 minutes max, because we don't want your workout to last the whole day. Just condense it, and if you need a break, you take one. So that will be exercise number 1 and a finisher. Now we'll go for exercise number 2, which is the chest. We want to do some chest. You're going to see that it's kind of the same idea. So what we want to do now is go down here and give me 30 push-ups. This is what a push-up looks like. Look where my arms are in proportion to my chest. They're here. Don't give me none of this. Those are different types of push-ups. We don't want those. We don't want them to be too narrow. We don't want triceps. We want chest here and just down and up. Your feet, they can be together. They could be apart. Up to you. As long as you give me a perfect plank every time you're up, abs are tight, and you go like this. 30 times. When you're done with 30, we're gonna use, I like to do it with my hands. I might get a book or something so you guys can see. We're gonna take our hands like this and just squeeze your palms as hard as you can. As you can see, my chest right away got activated. You're gonna need a timer because you're gonna be there for a minute. Once the minute is gone, you go back and you do 25 push-ups. Push-ups, push-ups, push-ups. 25, all right? For people that struggle recognizing what muscle is working, and if you don't feel this one, which like I said, right there, you can see it pop out because it's working, you can take anything. Here, we'll have this baby formula here. You can take it here and you just squeeze it. You'll feel it. Don't go in with your shoulders. Open your shoulders and just squeeze it. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it for a minute. Again, we go 30 a minute, 25, 50 seconds, 20, 40 seconds until we reach 5 and 10. That's awesome. Now that was 105 reps again. What are we gonna do as a finisher for the chest? Well, here we'll go. We're gonna push-up position and on the lower part of the push-up. And we're gonna stay there for 105 seconds, which means a minute and 45 seconds. You're just gonna be there. Now, if you're very, very advanced, you'll probably be able to do it. But if you can't, stop your timer, start off again when you're ready, stay down there. Fight for it. Fight for it, fight for it. When you can, you go there. If you're listening to me right now and you go, you're crazy, I can't even do one push-up, you can do knee push-ups. They're always an option. Just make sure you don't give me none of this. You create a good lever, and then you go down and up. A lot easier. Even on your holds, you can be here. All right? For the squat, same thing. If you're recently been injured, really overweight, much older person, and you don't want to strain yourself too much on squats, that's why we brought a chair too. You squat, you go down, stand up, sit, stand up, sit, stand up. Your wall sit, you don't need to cheat it because you can stop anytime you want, but for God's sake, try to do it continuously as much as possible. Brings us to exercise number 3, which by the way, we have 5 exercises. Exercise number 3 will be for the shoulders. Now, this could be quite challenging. First thing we're gonna do, let's say more of the beginner movement. You're gonna do a downward dog. I'll place myself like this so you can see a downward dog. You can see how bad I am at doing a downward dog, but still enough to do what I want you to do. You get into a downward dog position, you jam your head in, go down, 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 30 times. Now, that's if you want the easy version, which is not easy at all. You get a bit of a more difficult version when you put your feet on the chair. And now you can go here, down and up, down and up, down and up. And if you want to take it to the extreme, you go here, and you go into some handstands, and you go down and up, down and up, down and up. If you want to make it harder than that, don't use the wall. I can't do that. So that's gonna be the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, and the 10. The hold we're gonna do for this one, we're gonna have to open the door. Hopefully you don't wake up the kids. We all have a door frame at home. You go here, you put your fist like this, put it to the wall, and just push open. Push open, hard, hard, hard. If you're just gonna stand here and do nothing, don't waste your time. Push hard, 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 hard. I don't think you'll break it down. We want a minute, 50 seconds, 40 seconds, 30, 20, and 10. All right? The least amount of break possible in between. That is our third exercise. Our fourth exercise, where we're gonna need the chair. It's gonna be for the triceps. We push with our triceps. We push. When we push, our tricep gets activated. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go right here. This is the beginner's position. You go down into a dip and up. More advanced. You wanna get cute with it, do 10 on one, 10 on the other, I don't care. Make sure your shoulders are open. You go down, up, down, and up. 30. Once you're done with 30, we're gonna stay down for a minute. This is gonna be extremely challenging. That's why there's no finishers on this exercise. 1 minute, then we do 25, 50, 20, 40, 15, 30, 10, 20, and 5, 10. Oof, I'm getting quite a sweat here. And the last thing we're gonna do is some abs. Now, those who know me know that I'm not a huge fan of planks. Nothing against planks. I just think we can have a lot more fun with planks than just stay in there and relaxing, if you ask me. So you're gonna go down into a perfect plank position. If you're a beginner, stay here. Stay here for a whole 30 seconds and then stop and then go again for 25 seconds, 20, 15, 10, 5. As the very beginner version. What our people that are not beginners, because you've been working out with us for a while, what you're gonna do is gonna be different. You're gonna be here, 30 seconds. When you're done, you're gonna walk, 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 walk to the end of your mat, or about 4 steps, and then you're gonna go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, 30 times. You're gonna walk back. I'm gonna stay there 25 seconds. And then you're gonna walk back. And we go in and out, in and out. 4, 25, 20, 20, 15, 15, 10, 10, 5, 5. And to finish it all off, just for fun, we go down and we did 105 when we accumulate everything. So let's do a big X. Everything comes together. 2, 3, 105. Just like that. So there you have it. This is day 1, all right? And if you got through it, doing everything, and you find it easy, send me a text. You have my number. I will add stuff up, modify things, whatever you need. Also, if you have equipment at home, like I said, I'm gonna use the bare minimum because I don't want nobody to have an excuse, say, oh, well, I didn't have dumbbells, I didn't have a rubber band. F it, we're gonna do it just with our body weight and whatever apparel we can find at home. So, if you want something more personalized, don't hesitate, text me, text Melissa, send DNA a message at dnainfo.ca, is that it?
Info at dnafit.ca.
Info at dnafit.ca. So don't hesitate. We're here for you. It's truly a nightmare that we're going through, all of us, but it's still not excuse. There's still no excuses, and we're gonna keep making it happen. Till then, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Love you all. Thank you for reaching out to us. All of those that have helped us. Thank you, especially Alex Tifo. Thanks a lot for doing the food grocery runs for us. And all of our family, friends, everybody that offered their help. We love you. And remember, stay at home. The sooner we get rid of this, the sooner we'll get back to normal. See you later, guys.